From LALATE headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LALATE.
It's a big day of Afternoons at LALATE with your fourth stimulus check update of 2021, direct from Santa Monica, California. In this recording, we'll go over that monthly stimulus check and why the Democrats are likely to give you more months of checks. Then we cut to the recon and the voting starting today. I was the first to tell you that Steny Hoyer has ordered the House back in session. But what does that Hoyer letter say about what happens next? I have all the incredible great news you're only going to hear on this channel. Then we cut to the recon voting and why this $3.5 trillion of checks that you're getting in the fourth stimulus recon is the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel. It's a massive payout for everyone, including single workers, single people, adults, seniors, and more. It's a massive payout, and you're going to pounce and get a lot of money, and I'm so excited for you on all the incredible great details. Meantime, student loan debt forgiveness announced for disabled people, a SNAP increase across the board, Purple Hawks are ready to pounce. It's a great new morning and a great afternoon as the new LALATE alerts are announced. I'll show you how to become a member of the fastest growing community there is. We go into a big afternoon starting right here, right now on a big Afternoons LALATE. A big afternoons is upon us, direct from Santa Monica, California, as Congress is back in session. The House is returning today to vote on the recon. I have all the incredible great news in this fourth stimulus check update of 2021. We'll be going over that. Then we'll be cutting to the big money, that those monthly stimulus check that the Democrats want you to have and why you're likely to get more months of checks. Then we cut to the recon. A done deal. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to you. And what did the president do yesterday behind closed doors with the Democrats? It's all incredible great news. And then we cut to fifth stimulus, which raises your benefits up a lifetime. The biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel, and it's just days away. I have all that and more as we go into a big Afternoons of LALATE starting right now. And how are you? Subscribe. And this is LALATE, America's only 24-hour day, 7 days a week financial news channel in America, live in the morning and taped to the afternoons or like right now. How's the weather where you are? Hope you're having a beautiful afternoons, LALATE. You see, the weather today has been wonderful here in Southern California. Cold, breezy, chilly, wonderful. I'm loving it. I am loving it. And while I do not give weather alerts, I do give news alerts. And the new LALATE alerts is the talk of the town. If you have not subscribed, go right there right away. It is free. It sends you alerts when breaking news happens. It sends you alerts about everything that is happening for news and what's happening with LALATE by the minute. You get alerts about a video and more. You go to that LA alerts right away and you sign up for everything you need to know. And then after you sign up, you get a confirmation message that says, hi. You want to confirm your email address, make sure you look for that confirmation email. It may be in the spam folder. Once you click it, then you're confirmed and you're ready to go. Let's get into all the incredible great news. But first, subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of that family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. And of course, become a part of the incredible new LALATE alerts. The link is at the top of the chat and in the pinned comment. Let's get into those monthly stimulus checks starting right now. House versus Senate, Senate versus House. More people want to give you monthly stimulus checks in addition to the $3.5 trillion of checks you're getting under the fourth stimulus recon. Let's go over who wants to give you this money and where it is across the board. We start with the senators, and they want monthly stimulus checks coming to you. Senate versus House. Well, the senators reportedly want to pay upwards of $2,000 a month, but the amount is unknown officially. The people writing the letter, Warren, Sanders, Wyden. The claim and the request, monthly stimulus checks. Again, the amount unknown. Over on the House is $2,000 a month. That is AOC and Omar. Again, monthly and $2,000 a month. Then over also on the House, the Ways and Means members saying monthly in a letter to the president and not saying the amount. Then they also say they want a fifth stimulus check. It would not overlap with the fourth because they don't devise them as overlapping. Then the incredible Americans petition of American citizens approaching nearly 4 million signatures at $2,000 a month stimulus check. But boy, the big talk of the town still remains the House bill. House bill, pandemic plus 1 year, $2,000 the first month, $1,000 thereafter. And the big news going into today is that there's a lot of reports that says Pfizer may be approved for full authorization and for their COVID vaccine. This is as Exxon and other corporations are now making vaccines mandates, a thing of the normality, because they do not want to shut down businesses. They want to keep them running, and they're going to do it with vaccine mandates. This is because the pandemic's not over. So the House bill would likely pay you more than 12 checks, which would be more likely more than $13,000. Compare that to the Senate. I think you have an opinion. Vote House or Senate. House or Senate, and tell me where you're tuning in from in the live chat. And how's the weather? Who gets this fourth stimulus check? Democrats represent you do. If you're a single individual, $75,000 or less, Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 or less, Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check. And a family of four, Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 or less, single individuals, $75,000 or less. And finally, if you're on benefits, Democrats want you to have a fourth stimulus check. It's not income, it's not taxable, and the fourth stimulus check is not a different check for different people. It's the same one across the board. Finally, the fourth stimulus check is not a waivable check. So if you were at the casino over the weekend and saw someone stumbling out of the casino having too many $12 ice creams, it was not sirloin. It was the waivable check. And you look down and say, "Hi, check," and the check says, "I see two of you." Your response is, "I should be seeing multiple of you." And there you go. In the second half of this recording, we'll be going over the $3.5 trillion recon that goes for a vote today. Done deal. I'll explain to you why it's a done deal for the first step. And then we cut to the big exciting final 15 minutes of this video. Stay to the very end because there's a lot happening with the president's secret meeting yesterday, the incredible news about student loan debt forgiveness, the raise of SNAP benefits, and the big money that viewers of this channel are getting. I'm going to show you how to get that big money right now with some rent, utilities, food, and internet. It's a great afternoon, and I'm so excited for you to join me, so get that pen and paper ready. Boy, I had said to viewers of this channel, I can get you rent, utilities, food, or internet, and viewers are getting it. And boy, have you seen the numbers that viewers of this channel are getting. The Purple Hawks, if you've not become a Purple Hawk, the link's underneath this video. Join right today and get delivered all the incredible information so you can get these sums of money. And here you go. Here are the rent numbers viewers are getting. Boy, $27,000 for rent that Elizabeth got. Incredible. Mark, $25,000. Nancy, $24,000 for rent. And Richard, $22,000. And Nisi, $20,000 across the board. I had asked viewers if you've had success stories, send me a message on social media and private message, and continue to do so because the big messages continue to come on in. Viewers are sending me messages daily, no less than about 3 to 12 per day, saying they got $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 across the board. Every few hours I'm getting more messages. It's incredible. Keep on coming. I'll read more of them on air. But boy, Cecilia got $1,200 for heap. That's a heap of heap. That is a heap of heap. So how much for utilities can you get from doing this as well? Bam. Oh my goodness. Nancy getting $7,000 for utilities. Mark, $6,500 for utilities. And Angela, $5,000 for utilities. When we talk about SNAP, we thought it was a couple $100. It's not. Annualized, the numbers are through the roof. Can we see the numbers? Oh my goodness. $18,000 for Louis, $10,000 for John, and $5,000 for Nancy. Incredible details across the board. And if you notice, so far, a lot of people are getting big sums of money, but some people are getting multiple sums of money. Well, who are the people who got 2 or 3 sums of money? They are Nisi, Nancy, and congratulations. The numbers keep on coming on in. There they are. And then there's Mark. Wait a second, Mark. How did you get on my graphic? They got $32,000, but Mark, you got 2 items. Why is Mark on the graphic? I'll tell you what happened with Mark. Mark got 2 items at $32,000. I said, Mark, you're missing SNAP. You can get the third one, and it's very easy. That's why they call it a SNAP. Go get it. And he did. I love Mark's story for several reasons. Number one, within 5 days of my recordings telling Mark to go get money for SNAP, he got it. Number two, he got a lot of it. Number three, he told his neighbor, watch this kid, LALATE. He's the real deal. People are getting big sums of money from this channel. And his neighbor went from $0 to $20,000 of rent in less than 5 days. I love this. This is the true Purple Hawk spirit. People pouncing, getting big sums of money right now. Not 5 months from now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 days from now. And so how much money did Mark get? Are you ready for this deliciousness? I can't believe it myself. It's just incredible. Mark got $19,000 of Snap, bringing his grand total to $50,500. And if you think that's the ceiling, it's not. I introduce you to Lorraine, who got $105,000 from this channel. And this is what we do because you have found LALATE. This is what we've been doing since day one. And if you've not signed up for the LALATE alerts, please do so right now. Go to that LALATE alert. The link is at the top of the chat. It's news.lalate.com/alerts. It's free to join. You want to make sure you get an alert like this one, which will tell you, hey, there's a new video coming up. Click the link. It'll send you right into the video. You go to LALATE alerts and it looks like this. And I'll say, put in your email address, your name, your phone number, your first name, your last name, and your email address. And then it'll send you a confirmation email. There was over 20% of the viewership of this channel, a subscribership of this channel, immediate membership of this channel, immediately signed up for alerts yesterday, but nearly 50% of them never confirmed. So you need to watch that confirmation email. That confirmation email looks like this. It may be in the spam folder. Once you confirm, it'll say, thank you. You're now set up for LALATE alerts. People have been getting big sums of money from this channel since day one, and they're getting it still right today. When this channel launched in spring of last year, people's EIDL loans and grants were not being approved, and I got viewers $25 million of EIDL loans, saving their businesses, their homes, and their employees' homes. I was doing about 10 applications approved a day, on air and off air with viewers. Then in fall of 2020, second stimulus was not coming, and I know you needed money, and that second stimulus check was not coming, so I stepped forward. And I got you $250,000 of rent, like Tyrone and his family for out of Boston, getting $15,000 for rent from now to December from December to May. But now we're doing much the same thing. I saw this coming a mile away. I said, 4 stimulus does not land in your bank account today or yesterday or last week, but you need money. So let's get it. And what are we getting? We're getting third stimulus. Why look forward to 4th stimulus and start tracking what day it lands in your bank account when there's fortunes on the third stimulus for you to get right now? So get that pen and paper ready. I'm going to get this big money for you right now. We can get some rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, homeowners assistance, and homeowners utilities. I'm going to show you different places to reach out to. I'm going to show you different things. But first, here's some introductory remarks. Number one, I want you to remember we're looking at 6 different places to start. So don't reach out to one and stop. Each place has different eligibility. So if one says no, reach out to the next. Number 2, they all have their own pots of money. So if one doesn't have the money, the next one will. Number 3, every state has allocated the same amount of money for the number of residents it has from the federal government. So there's equal amount of sums of money at all state levels. Now, if you're in a very small town of 100 people, there won't be in the money in the city, in the town, because there's only 100 people. Go up on the food chain. I'm going to show you the food chain in a second. Finally, do not include new eligibility in your mindset, like they don't give money for people who wear purple shirts or people who have surfboards. That's not true. Let's get to the great news right now. You're going to reach out to your city hall, your city house authority, your county hall, your county house authority, your state hall, your state house authority. And the keywords you're going to say are rent assistance because of COVID, rent assistance or mortgage assistance because of COVID. And there you go. You're not going to say words they don't know, like stimulus or Mitch Atini. Excuse me, is that the one with the ice cream on top of it? Oh, no, I'm just not doing that. And there you go. If you got rent or utilities, jump in the live chat right now and post your success story. And now we turn to the incredible money for Snap. Snap, what is it? It's money for food. How do you get it? Department of Agriculture. How do you get it? Reach out to Department of Agriculture. Call DOA. How much does it pay? A lot. A family of 4 out of Hawaii gets upwards of $16,000 a year. Wow. Lynn Glenn got it for herself, her son, and her mom. Louie got $18,000 from this channel. Mark, $19,000. John, $10,000 to $12,000, and I want you to get it as well. But here's the breaking news, which you heard first on this channel a week ago today. The President of the United States went to the Department of Agriculture, said, I'm not going to extend my executive order of 15% after September. So you know what? You take care of it, and you make it a lifetime. And they did. The incredible great news is that the Department of Agriculture is increasing everyone's SNAP benefits the following way. Number one. It's going to be increase an average of 25%. Number two. Nationwide. Number three. Automatically. Number four. Lifetime. Wow. And if you've had a success story for rent, post it, or you Snap, post in the live chat right now. We're killing. We're only 15 minutes of this video, and we've got to $27,000 for rent, $19,000 for utilities, $8,000 for Snap, $19,000 for Snap, $8,000 for utilities, and we're turning to the next pot of money. It is the money coming back from your states due to overpayment of unemployment benefits, due to computer error. Where's the landing? Direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. When is it landing? Reach out to your state for respective tracking times. The average payment is anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for viewers of the channel. And finally, the last pot of the money is the check that you're getting back from IRS that you paid taxes on for that 2020 unemployment benefits. This is that refund check. Mark got it, and Mark got it. He said he got about $1,400, but one viewer over the weekend got over $2,000. The average waivable check is about $1,200 to $1,400. There's a new wave coming every week. More about that in a second. But first, a personal message. If you're on the live chat and you've not posted your success story in the live chat for rent, utilities, food, or internet, do it right now. Because when you do it, you help other people. This channel was launched by me to help you. And you see the magnitude at which I'm focused on helping you. There has been an outage of the Facebook alert system since Wednesday. So what did I do all day Sunday? I took all my time and effort and developed within 24 hours an alert system, because you can't miss news by the hour. You can't miss news by the day. And that is my dedication to making sure that you get information across the board. But you help others as well, and that's what I really love. If you post your success stories in the live chat right now, you do a lot of wonderful things. Number one, you inspire people to pick up the phone and make the call. Make the call for the rent, or make the call for the utilities. People then also don't know the numbers are this big. They assume it's just a few dollars. Then they see these numbers, they realize it's a lot of money. Then people like Art Sullivan and Nisi, two viewers of this channel, got 3 items. They've inspired countless viewers daily who are reporting to me they get rent and utilities and Snap. They're getting 3 items as well. Finally, we have viewers like Mark, who's inspiring other people, and Lorraine, who are inspiring countless people by their big sums, and we realize the sums are bigger than ever before. So post your success story in the live chat right now, and let's continue with those unemployment benefits. Where are they landing? Direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Can you track it? Yeah, go to irs.gov. and do a transcript search. And 70% of the time, it'll work. It'll reveal the taxes you pay and the tax refund your check you're getting. And then it'll reveal stuff you wish you'd never seen. Like the ingredients list in a Micciatini. I don't want to see the ingredient list in a Micciatini. I don't put ice cream in my Mintini. Can we top that? Yes. It'll also reveal the refund check you're getting back from IRS. And with that, we go into the second part of your 4 stimulus check update of 2021, starting right now. Deal done. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to the American people under the 4 stimulus recon. How can I say deal done when it's not to the finish line? Let me explain how. Because the recon is going to be passed by the Congress with a price tag of $3.5 trillion for a series of reasons. Number one, the Congress has already agreed upon the price tag before they started. Number two, they don't need any Republicans to approve it. Number three, they've already agreed upon the price tag. And number four, that the White House has said very clearly, you must do both the recon and the roads and bridges. We're not doing one, and I'm not signing one. You have to give me both. And that's the incredible great news. So how do we get to this wonderful spot? By taking the roads and bridges out of the recon. A conservative publication confirms my reporting. The higher the price tag was on the recon before, the harder it was to pass. There you go. But by taking out some of the spending from the recon, roads and bridges, and putting the bipartisan, the overall price tag of the recon got smaller. In other words, the bipartisan made the recon passable. And they've both been passed on the Senate side. Now today, the recon starts on the House side. More about that exciting vote coming up in the final 15 minutes of this video. Now, you're only going to hear this on this channel, that the Democrats on both the House, Senate, and presidential side have all agreed upon the price tag of that recon of $3.5 trillion before they started. So the vote today, as early as today, is a done deal because they already agreed upon the price tag. And that is why Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat Progressive, and Representative Richie Torres, Democrat Progressive New York, had said before they started the process, we need a big recon. A larger recon, a recon that goes as far and big as bold as we want. When they got it at $3.5 trillion, then the president said, protect my recon, telling the progressives daily, protect my recon, because everything in that recon is checks for the American people. Brian Schott and Jalopal, both Democrats and progressives, said the White House had told them that the progressive priorities in the recon are the White House's priorities. So what is a recon? What is a bipartisan? What is a recon procedural? What is a recon substantive? Let's go over all the details of that starting right now, because it's important to note that the president needs both of them on his desk in the White House. A recon procedural and a recon versus a bipartisan are very quite different items. First, your money. A recon is your money, also called reconciliation, also called the budget bill. Price tag is $3.5 trillion. This is all checks to the American people, $3.5 trillion of them. It's also called the Democratic spending plan because they're spending money on us. It's also called the Progressive Welfare Assistance Plan or Social Services Plan because it's all money for us and issues of social dynamic. Bipartisan, not our money. This is roads and bridges. Bipartisan is all roads and bridges. Price tag $1.5 trillion, also called infrastructure. Okay, that's pretty simple. So we have at this point 3 bodies of a law to do. We have recon procedural, recon substantive, and bipartisan. But the recon procedural could be done as early as today. More about that in the final 15 minutes of this video. Let's go over next then what is the difference between recon procedural and recon substantive. So recon procedural continues today on the House side. It basically asks 2 very simple questions, which they've already agreed upon. Number 1, do you agree to do a recon at a price tag of $3.5 trillion? Yeah, I already agreed upon this before I started. Why are you asking me that question again? They're not going to see it that way, but that's basically how it's going to be. And committees, do you agree that committee number 1 gets $10? Yeah, I already told you that before that. Why are you asking me that question again? Because I have to, and because LALATE has to make a video about it. No, just because they have to. That's the procedure. Once they agree upon that formal vote to confirm something they've informally agreed upon over the last few weeks, then they do recon substantive. At that point, the committees determine how they're going to spend the money, who gets the money, where they spend the money, and where it and when and during what duration. How did we get to this wonderful spot? We got to this wonderful spot from Jalopal, who wrote Schumer a letter saying Chuck called the vote on the recon. That letter was signed by 12 of 100 House Democrats, who recently wrote the president a letter saying we're going to be putting monthly forced stimulus checks in the fourth stimulus package. Wow, purple power. Can we top that? Yes. As 7 members of that House Ways and Means subcommittee recently wrote the president a letter saying we're going to be putting monthly fourth stimulus checks in the fourth stimulus package. Wow. Now that is incredible, great news. Now that is the same committee we just talked about early in this video. It is. There they are. So they say they're giving you a fourth. And that's on top of AOC and Omar saying they're going to give you $2,000 a month. That is on top of the senators saying, well, purple power, you got to push and make sure these people keep their promises to you. Can we top that? Yes. As Biden did it 8 weeks ago, he went overseas for a global signature. It was a ceremonial signature. The real one happened weeks later back in the States. It's for something that was supposed to be in the recon, now no longer has to be in the recon. And this is great news because it's a confusing thing and it's no longer needed in there. It's called the global minimum corporate tax rate. And because it's no longer in the recon, it's easier to write the recon. Easier to call the vote on the recon. Easier to vote on the recon and easier to pass the recon. And can we top that? Yes. As Purple Hawk members and viewers across this channel are doing an incredible job of picking up the phone, getting some rent, utilities, SNAP, or internet. If you've gotten 1 penny from this channel over the last year, whether it's $100 on that water bill you got removed because of COVID, or electric bill, you're ready to pounce into forced stimulus. So please do it right now. City Hall, City Housing Authority, County Hall, County Housing Authority, State Hall, State Housing Authority. And then if you can't get the other sums of money, reach out to the volunteers. Where are they? They're in the community page. Open the description of this video. Click the link and it'll send you to the community page. It's news.la.com/community. Here's a little bit about them, and I'll be back with you in 60 seconds as the Big Afternoons LA continues. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now from Santa Monica as afternoons LALATE heats up. In the final 15 minutes of this video, we'll go over so much breaking news as the voting starting today. I'll go over which vote and how this happens across the board. We'll go over the exciting great news as House is back in session and what are they crashing in the waves to do. There's a wave of checks and we'll have all the incredible details in the second half of this video. Then we go over the recon, the biggest payout we've ever seen in the history of this channel. And what did the president do about this on Sunday? And why was this a fascinating move? I think it's brilliant. Then we turn to fish stimulus and more, and then the exciting details about the new LALATE alerts. If you've not signed up for them, sign up right now and subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this channel. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video to 3,000 likes and consider becoming a member. Meantime, if you've not signed up for LALATE alerts, please do so. The link is at the top of the chat. Sign up for the new LALATE alerts if you're a Purple Hawk or not. It's free for everyone. When you go there, it'll ask to put in your email address and your phone number and your name, and then you'll get alerts when anything happens, including a new video. The LALATE alerts will send you a confirmation email, which you must confirm. And that confirmation email may be in your spam folder. It looks just like this. And when you confirm, it says, thank you, you're ready to rock and roll. And with that, let's go into the exciting details of fifth stimulus. The President of the United States promised the American people to raise their benefits up under fifth stimulus, but he has not done it. So now the Democratic leadership's taking care of this for you. It's incredible great news. Let's go over all the details. Step one, they're going to do this SSI reform in about September, start drafting it, called for a vote by around November. This would hit your bank accounts as early as November, and then the lift next year. Let's go over all the details. Step one is they'll raise your benefits up a lifetime. Then they'll remove the asset limit, add an inflationary benchmark, remove the income exclusion, and remove the marriage penalty. Okay, so who is this for? This is for you. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad Benefits, Veterans Benefits, or SSA. Step one is they'll raise your benefits up. Then step two, they'll apply a new benchmark. The new benchmark is inflation. They'll apply that in December for next year's benefits, and I've been reporting that inflation may reach about 5%. If that's the case, your benefits will go up. Then they'll apply the benchmark, and that benchmark will raise you up an additional 5%, not just next year, but a lifetime, because once your benefits step up, they never step down. Meantime, they're going to remove the asset cap dating back to a 1980s law that says you can't stay on benefits and also have more than $3,000 in hand. They're going to remove the income cap dating back to a 1960s law that says you can't work and also stay on benefits. And finally, the marriage penalty is going to go away. And love is going to win, and you'll be able to marry your longtime love interest and no longer fear loss of benefits. Meantime, if you're wondering about fifth stimulus check, yes, those House Ways and Means members represent they're giving you one next year. It would not overlap a fourth. And finally, if you've not become a Purple Hawk, what are you doing? The link is under the video where it says join here. Purple Hawks have delivered members-only benefits daily for this channel, which is a breakdown of all the big money that's available under first, second, and third stimulus. Here's what's at issue. When the second stimulus was passed in December of last year, was not coming, and I said you need money. So I showed viewers how to get big sums of money. That's how $250,000 was gotten by viewers this channel, like Tyrone. But in January this year, when third stimulus was passed, and it was a $1,400 stimulus check, I said, sure, there's a $1,400 stimulus check in there, but I can get you $14,000. And that's how I started showing people there's fortunes of money, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now, not 5 years from now, right now for you under third stimulus. And the great news is that the Purple Hawks have really been able to pounce and get these massive sums of money, $32,000, $50,000, $100,000. So if you want these big sums of money and information about where they are under third stimulus, consider becoming a Purple Hawk. Join now, and the link is underneath the video. And with that, we go into the final 15 minutes of this video, starting right now. Deal done. $3.5 trillion of checks are coming to the American people under the forced stimulus recon. Let's go over all the incredible great news about forced stimulus recon in these final 15 minutes starting right now. First, why do I say deal done? Because, number one, the Democrats already agreed upon the price tag before they started the whole recon process. $3.5 trillion. Number two, all the Democrats have agreed to pass it. Number three, they don't need any Republican votes. Number four, the President of the United States says, you must give me the recon with the roads and bridges. So they're working sort of amiably because the Republicans need their roads and bridges and the Democrats need their recon. And so the incredible great news is that the recon will pass on the step one, which is procedural. So what's happening today? So I was the first to tell you that Steny Hoyer, who's the majority leader in the House, called the House back into session several weeks ago. No, they're not on vacation. People wanted to tell you they're gone to October. That's why I got to listen to here. So the House members are coming back in session. What are they going to be dealing with? Hoyer's message had actually 3 items in there. The third one I find the most fascinating. The first one is you're coming back today or this week. The second message was get ready to potentially start voting as early as 6 p.m. tonight. Number 3, we're staying here until we're done. Done? That is very peculiar language. Let me explain to you what I think that means, because it can really only mean one thing. The Congress originally took up the recon procedural about 2 weeks ago in the Senate, and the House was gone. And then they did it, sent it to the House. Now the House is back, and the Senate is gone. Well, what else is there for the House to do if they do the recon procedural in just a few blinks of an eye this week? The only thing left, of course, is the recon substantive. The recon substantive would clearly be the next item for them to do. And so what does that recon substantive take up at issue? It takes up the issue of how are the committees spending the money? And I think this is absolutely incredible great news because of several reasons. One, we already know that the House subcommittees are writing the legislation. So we're on the House side. Why not stay on the House side? House subcommittees, like House Ways and Means, are responsible for writing stimulus checks, unemployment benefits. When each of those subcommittees are done, they combine their pages, send them up to either Chuck or Nancy, and then that's the bill. I like starting on the House side for other reasons. Number one, the House members pay more money than the senators. Number two, the House members are more progressives. Progressives spend more money than moderate Democrats, and the Senate is more moderate Democrats. Number four, I like starting on the House side because they could spend more money on the House side before going to the Senate and the vote-a-rama. And number five, it makes sense. The House is in session now. Start and finish the recon substantive and then send it to the Senate so they take it up when they return, or are ordered back sooner if once that recon substantive is done. See how it's lining up? Incredible details across the board. So what is in this recon substantive? And what was the president's message that was surprising yesterday? Shocked everyone. I'm going to go over that right now. So lots of checks for the American people. All checks for the American people. Here are some of the items that are proposed. Free school meals for all checks. Tax break checks. Cheaper prescription medication checks. More about that in a second. And then lots of checks for free internet across the board. Then checks for seniors and checks for workers, checks for independent contractors, checks for seniors like checks for hearing care, checks for vision, checks for dental. All right, so what did the president do yesterday? Buried in a fascinating news article, it's always the stuff that's buried that gives you the most fascinating news, was the president had meetings with the Democratic leadership yesterday saying, you know what? I want to take one of the proposals from the recon substantive and put it front and center when we're talking about this to the American people. Which one is it? On page 1, the cheaper prescription medication. Why? The article detailed 2 reasons, and I think they're both brilliant maneuvers by the president. Because the cheaper prescriptions would become effective immediately the day they sign into law. What does cheaper cheaper prescriptions mean? It means that you have a company that pays for your medication and it has negotiated rates with the pharmaceutical companies. Well, the law would say no, the pharmaceutical companies have to offer to your companies cheaper immediately. So let's say they're currently charging $100. The law would say, no, you have to charge it less, let's say $50. It would happen the next day. This is a very, very easy, quick, immediate return, and they think this is very critical and very helpful in the middle of a pandemic. I think it's a brilliant maneuver, and I think it makes sense putting it up in front and center. So that is what happened in that secret meeting yesterday. So what is happening then next? Well, if the recon procedural, how much is the whole recon a simple vote today or the day after? Then the next question is, how quickly could they get that recon substantive done? And do we need to push? Well, Steny Hoyer says that the vote for the recon substantive could be as early, the recon procedural could be as early as today. But you need to know that you need to push, number one, to ensure they keep going and moving at a good speed. And number two, that they do recon substantive correctly. Recon substantive, of course, asks, how are the committees to spend the money? This is a critical issue because you don't want them to spend money the wrong way. So take this video, go on social media, hashtag seats for stimulus. You've been doing a great job. I've been seeing your Twitter feeds. I know I was out of the loop for about 24 hours by building out the new alert system, which absolutely is wonderful. The new LALATE alerts, if you're not subscribed, please do. But 6 House seats are up for grabs in November. And those 6 House members, ironically, are taking up the legislation now before the senators. And they need to do the right stimulus. So go on social media, tag House members, say seats for stimulus. Give us the right stimulus or we're taking your seats. The 34 Senate seats are not up for grabs till next year. The recon of $3.5 trillion has a lot of room in there. There's a lot of room in there to put stimulus checks. So they need to do what is right across the board. It's one thing to ask for things. It's another thing to deliver. And you need to push Purple Power and make sure these people keep their promises. Next, let's go over why I'm so excited for what Purple Hawks are doing across the board. Purple Hawks have really been pouncing like I've never could have imagined. I'm so proud of you. We've done this before. We've been through this at least once before. Remember when? In December. In December, it was the holidays. You had bills coming on, and second stimulus checks were not coming. Second stimulus was not become law yet. And I said, you need money. You need bills paid. So I showed you how to get money. $250,000 of this. Under fourth stimulus, right now, we know fourth stimulus is not paying us a check today. We know that there will not be a law by the end of tonight that says there's a stimulus check going out. And we know that we're not getting a penny in our hands from fourth stimulus today or tomorrow. But what we do know is that there's fortunes under third stimulus. When you pass a stimulus package, when you're a citizen, you watch a stimulus package pass. You don't sort of watch it and then say, okay, it's passed. Let's go to the next one. No, you sort of grab it as a Purple Hawk, and you grab it and you get as much money as you can that you qualify for under it. And I love what you're doing. You're picking up the phone. You're calling for the water. You're calling for the electric. You're calling for the utilities. You're calling for the rent. You're seeing that there's big sums of money, and I'm getting messages day in, day out. I had one wonderful message from a viewer on Instagram private message on Saturday. He said, I think it was like $600 for one of the utilities. He said, I'm going for the rent on Monday. I love that. I love that motivation. He got a few $100s. He was ready to pounce on the next one. That is the true spirit. I love the spirit of one viewer. I think it was Tina. She said middle of last week, she said, I tried with the city. I couldn't find the rent, but I'm going to the county next week. I'm going to get this. I love that. I love the spirit of the Purple Hawks because guess what? You've done an incredible job so far already under third stimulus, and you're not done yet. And third stimulus is this big. Fourth stimulus is this big. Imagine when fourth stimulus becomes law, how much money you're going to get. Now let's go over everything you need to know about this fourth stimulus. Remember, fourth stimulus, when we talk about these checks, they're checks for different topics like dental or vision. Federal government doesn't send you a check to your mailbox for dental. They say, go to this division of the federal government and get money for your dental. Go to this division to get money for your internet. And it's different than a stimulus check, which IRS puts in your mailbox, sends directly to IRS. IRS has nothing to do with your dental or your vision or your eyes or your rent or your food or your internet. They have nothing to do with that. So that's why they can't send you the money. That's not to say you shouldn't be absolutely excited about all this other money under forced stimulus. Finally, a personal message, actually two personal messages. First, on Wednesday, the YouTube, first I need your help. On Wednesday, the YouTube member messaging system crashed. What happened was, as you know, I post a lot to the community page. And if you're a member, you get member alerts on the YouTube community page. So YouTube has asked me to ask you to indicate, to get feedback from you as to the members who have lost communications from me. If since last week, Wednesday, you have not, as a member, received any alerts from the YouTube community page, please post on the live chat right now. I'm a member. I'm not getting anything from YouTube. I'm a member. I'm not getting anything from YouTube. And if you're a member, you have a purple hawk emoji next to your name. They need to see that because they need to verify the problem is as great as it is. The member alerts crashed on Wednesday, have been down Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Not a single member from this channel has received a single member alert from me via the YouTube community page. So if you have not gotten a YouTube alert, they need to see your messages in the live chat. I'm a member. I'm not getting YouTube member alerts. I'm a member. I'm not getting YouTube member alerts. Number two, it's because of my commitment to you that you cannot miss news by an hour or a minute that I, in 24 hours, rolled out an entire new platform separate from YouTube called the LALATE Alerts. I need you to sign up for that because they're not still fixing the YouTube problem. And this may be the future normal for this channel. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I think I'm getting grave reviews from you. I think it was an enormous percentage of you signed up within the first few hours. It's the LALATE Alerts. A link to it is at the top of the chat. It's news.lalate/alerts, plurals. When you go there, you see something like this. It says put your name in and your email address. And then you need to watch for a confirmation email because over 50% of you went there, but then did not do the next step. It'll send you a confirmation email. It looks like this. It may be in your spam folder. It'll say, confirm that you want to be a member of the LALATE Alerts. When you click it, it'll say, thank you. And then you'll start getting alerts like this on every video. We send out about 12 alerts a day. So you should have already received alerts already if you are a member, if you have already signed up. Again, it's totally free, 100% free across the board. And with that, we have a big day across us. So stay with me because coming up next is Overnight's Crypto. Then at 5 o'clock is a brand new Evenings LA. Our whole programming schedule is in the alerts. So you can see the programming schedule in the alerts in case you forget it. And with that, subscribe. A 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video to 30,000 likes and become a member. The link to become a member and a purple hawk is under the video. Become a member right now. Stay informed, stay focused, and I'll see you next on Overnight's Crypto and Evenings LA.